My next patron question is from Joey, who wants to know, do you hate when people say, why do people like this movie TV show? Or, I don't see the appeal of this movie TV show. The reason I ask is because I despise comments like this. Even if you don't like a certain movie or TV show, I think it's very unfair to say things like that. Plus, I think you have to understand why people like something even if you don't. I'm not a fan of Scooby-Doo and Family Guy, but I do understand why people like those shows and gave them the legacies they've left behind. I certainly agree it occasionally comes across as condescending, especially when said with a tone that's dismissive of someone's taste being different than yours. Even if a piece of media does not click with you, there's probably something in them that deeply resonated with someone else. You often see this attitude when more people go see one film on a particular weekend over another. I remember when Pitch Perfect 2 made more in its opening weekend than Mad Max Fury Road, and a lot of cinephiles were upset at this. Even though a musical comedy obviously is not stealing viewers away from an adrenaline-heavy action film, there was a lot of shade thrown at Pitch Perfect 2. No, that film was not as acclaimed as Mad Max, but there was still an audience it appealed to, and they went to see it. I also see a lot of this in regard to the movies Netflix acquires or produces for their streaming service. I see cinephiles wonder who's watching this when a new Adam Sandler comedy or teen rom-com premieres on Netflix, and how they should be making more films like Marriage Story and Meg. But Netflix has over 200 million subscribers worldwide, so they release films aimed at multiple demographics. And if someone is more inclined to view murder mystery over The Irishman, they're completely in their right. I saw a roundtable discussion with studio chiefs not too long ago, and at one point Sony Pictures head Tom Rothman brought up that he prefers to watch films like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Little Women over superhero movies and action pictures, and that he would love to only make those types of films. Rothman was, after all, the founder of Fox Searchlight, which specializes in those kinds of prestige films he likes. However, he also said that if he only let Sony make those kinds of movies, that would run the studio into the ground. Because a movie studio has to make a wide range of films aimed at a variety of audiences. Something in a similar vein that annoys me is when a movie is coming out and some people say, nobody asked for this. I mean, somebody apparently asked for it if the film got the green light, was able to hire a director and cast, and exhibitors showed interest in booking it. More often than not, nobody asked for this is code for this film does not appeal to my taste, so they shouldn't have made it. I've even seen people say who asked for this when talking about sequels to movies that made $1 billion. Also, do they think that studios or directors make movies based on people sending them emails? Was there an avalanche of people tweeting at Rian Johnson to make a murder mystery about a family fighting for inheritance with Daniel Craig playing the detective? I highly doubt it, but he made it anyway and the film was very well received. I had an epiphany not too long ago about how there are certain people who just want every piece of media to be catered specifically to their tastes, and that's completely unrealistic. For example, I've seen remarks from people who do not like Boss Baby 2 or Spirit Untamed that believe the artists are wasting their time making those films, and why isn't the studio making more movies like insert that favorite DreamWorks animation film here, which basically means they only want DreamWorks to make films that appeal to their tastes. Was I the biggest fan of their 2021 films? No, but I did enjoy Trolls World Tour and The Croods: A New Age. The studio has, after all, produced 41 films and counting. These are films not created by a hive mind, but rather a whole assortment of directors and writers with their own things that inspire them and their own creative ideas. Not everything they make will align with my personal taste, and that's okay. There are plenty of viewers who did find things to appreciate in Boss Baby 2 or Spirit Untamed, and I think that's wonderful. There's always a plausible reason why someone finds that Adam Sandler comedy funny, or they enjoy the latest Chuck Lorre sitcom, and you have to respect that. Thank you for your question, Joey.